What is up, everybody? Welcome to another YouTube video. We are starting this video a little differently. It's the night before a pretty big day. I'm going to show you guys how I recover supplement wise. The next video is going to be more on the physical side, but today is going over all the supplements that I use for my Ironman to recover, not only in Ironman training but also in the weight room as well, you know, including my running, my swimming, my biking, and then also my heavy weight training sessions, and you know, just trying to build muscle and keep the muscle of all sorts. So with that being said, I'm gonna show you guys the first supplement that I'm gonna take, and after this video I'm gonna go into a swim tomorrow morning at like 6 a.m. and then I'm gonna show you guys the rest of my supplements and what I use those for. So let's start here. So walking you guys through the first supplement that I take. So this is Peak Sleep. It has magnesium in it, BPN. The reason and the difference I don't take melatonin anymore, and the difference between like magnesium and melatonin is magnesium helps you relax. Melatonin makes you go to sleep faster. So this has a good amount of magnesium in it, and I really do. You'll feel it. You'll feel calm. 150 milligrams. So any supplement with the magnesium is just going to help you sleep better. It's got iron and potassium in it just to replenish. And yeah, that's what I use. And it's about 9:45 at night. So I go to bed around like 10, 10:30, 11ish. And I take that about like 30 minutes before. But yeah, just if you rely on melatonin, I highly suggest not, because I used to. It's made all the like difference in my training, just not relying on that, because I don't wake up in the morning drowsy. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We have, like I said, a big swim, and I'm gonna show you guys the rest of the supplements and how I take those during Ironman prep. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. What's up, guys? So it is about 5:30, 5 o'clock in the morning actually. I have to drive down to downtown Austin, so this is what I normally do. I'll wake up really early because of the commute, but I'm gonna show you guys the vitamins that I take. I normally drink a coffee fasted with some vitamins, and I recommend, if it does mess up your stomach, definitely eat something small with it. But I don't like eating a lot before I have a workout. Normally, if I do eat, it's like a bowl of oatmeal. So with that being said, I'm gonna show you guys the vitamins that I kick off my morning with to set me up for the rest of the day, because I believe that first decision you make sets the tone for like the rest of the day. Now here we have vitamin D3. This is just good for mood, well-being, and overall immune function, and just basically feeling good. It's kind of like, it's basically simulates what the sun will give you. So vitamin D3. Zinc, like vitamin D3, is really essential, just because a lot of times in people's diet or lifestyle, they don't have enough of it. So it always seems to be something that they're lacking. And I'm normally lacking too. So zinc I take as well. It just helps with immunity, feeling better, and yeah, a lot of people just don't get enough. Now these I'm gonna group together. So we got strong omega and we have strong joints. So these two are super essential for my Ironman training, and the fact that it's really good for heart and joint health. So obviously when you compete at this level, normally the amount of stress, the amount of fatigue on the body isn't necessarily healthy. So a way to mitigate that issue is by taking some collagen, which has the strong joints, and taking a superior triglyceride like fish oil. So here we have 1 capsule of collagen and fish oil to make sure that we stay healthy throughout this process. And overall, this just really, in my opinion, just kind of lubricates everything for like the machine. As I say, your body's a machine. I just feel amazing taking these supplements, and yeah, this is pretty much all I take in the morning. I'm gonna show you guys what I take after.
key is this is comfortable because our goal is to extend. You've got the stroke down, now we need to feel like we can do it for 1.2 miles, 2.4 miles.
So what we're doing here is I'm just trying to really focus on keeping that cadence of my arms high instead of waiting out front so I don't sink. Kind of like what she said. It's kind of tough to find the balance, but we're getting closer. Just got to get in a rhythm. Alright, so we finished up the swim. Just getting it done, like I said, I did feel a little rough today, but we focused on form, and that's what we just got to do. Swam for like an hour, and yeah, just like constantly progressing, focusing on those things. And after this, we're probably gonna go grab some food and refuel. So let's do it. Alright, so finished up the swim. As you guys clicked on this video, it's because of supplements. And I'm going to show you guys exactly all the supplements that I use to recover after like a long day of Ironman training. Even though it's in the morning, I'm already beat up. But instead of burning the candle at both ends, you only want to burn it at one end, which is the training. Because if you don't, replenish with the right supplements, you're going to burn at both ends, and nutrition. But we're going to focus on supplements for today, and that's today's focus for the video. So when I get back, I'm going to show you guys everything that I take to replenish for the rest of my training for the rest of the day. And I'm going to walk you guys a little through that. So I'm going to probably hit a weight training session later at the HQ and just, take you guys through that. So let's run it. Alright, what's up guys? So as I said, I'm going to walk you guys through my full supplement routine. So last night, as you guys saw, I had the peak sleep. Obviously that's not here, but I take that before I go to bed just to, like I said, relax. Then in the morning I'll have my vitamin D3, my zinc, my strong joints, which has the collagen in it, my fish oil, which like I said is similar to strong joints. It's going to really just like make you feel better with all this endurance training and weight training. Like I said, it's like kind of like lubrication for a machine. And now we're here at the BPN HQ, and this is where I get all my supplements. And being transparent with you guys, this is everything that I take. I don't take every supplement, and there's a reason for that, and it's because this is what works best for me. But to start off, to kick it off, what we have here is one of my favorites actually. This is Strong Greens. So there are a lot of greens powders that people use. I love greens powders just because for me, I don't like eating a lot of vegetables. They just kind of bloat me. So what I'll do is I'll have a scoop of this with coffee in the morning. So this is kind of like what it looks like, the inside. It's just super good for a balanced diet, and I noticed it really improves like the natural energy, and it also just really helps me with digestion, which is huge. I'm big on digestion, as you guys know, like training for an Ironman. Having like that bloat just sucks. It's hard to train. Strong Reds is very similar. It's got a lot of antioxidants in it. Just helps your immune system, and overall it tastes amazing too when you mix it with pre-workout. So now moving on to that next segment, pre-workout I take is Flight. This has 300 milligrams of caffeine in it. I like pre-workout just because I like to say a lot of people are against it, and in my opinion I think it's a tool. I don't always use it. Sometimes I'll have like a lower dose caffeine coffee. Sometimes I won't have any caffeine. But what I use it for is just to kind of give me that boost when I come off like a long training block of Ironman training. It's there, it's a tool. I'm not using it every day, but I use it when I need it. So that is the Flight. That's the pre-workout, 300 milligrams of caffeine. It'll get you going. Here we have some vegan protein, and we have some whey protein. You might be like, oh, do you choose one or the other? No, I actually choose both. And the reason being is vegan proteins, it digests better for me. And I do think that there's more nutrients in it that you wouldn't get as if you only had one. So if
my opinion is to get both, because if you I like taking 2 scoops of protein a day. If I take 2 scoops away, my stomach gets really bloated and it doesn't feel good. So what I'll do is I'll mix it half and half, because I know this digests well, but I like the flavor of the whey, and I like the properties in it, the milk properties in it, which I know are very good for like calcium, bone density, and such. So I mixed the two together and killed 2 birds with 1 stone. And yeah, vegan and whey is just like one of my favorite stacks. And then here we got G1M Sport and electrolytes. So these are the most and 2 important supplements in my Ironman training besides the whey protein. The reason being is because these electrolytes right here have 500 milligrams of sodium, so you don't have to carry around a salt stick. What I do is I'll take 1 scoop, maybe even like on my bike, I'll maybe use 2 scoops on a long bike ride, so I don't cramp, my muscles feel strong, the water isn't just like flying out of me, the sodium's holding it in there. So electrolytes are super important for me, and staying hydrated on these long endurance blocks, and even coming into the gym and feeling good. Because I'll tell you what, when you're low on electrolytes, you'll know. If you feel like shit, most of the time it's either because you're low in sodium, and even if you're drinking a lot of water, if you don't replace it with electrolytes and sodium, or add to the water, you're gonna notice it for sure. So I'll always have a scoop of electrolytes, maybe sometimes 2 a day on non-training days. Some days I'll use 3 a day on training days. So G1M Sport, I do mix these 2 together. The reason being is G1M Sport is a carb source. It's made up of clustered dextrin, so it's a slow digesting carbohydrate. So basically the way it empties in the stomach, it's a slow process, so you're not going to have that, basically your body's going to burn it longer, and it's just a little more efficient than like the fast acting carbohydrates. It's gonna not really affect your stomach as much, and that's why I like it. So G1M Sport. I'll also have goos on the bike, so if you guys don't know what those are, it's just carbohydrate packs. There's different companies that make them, so I also use those as well. But those are super essential on like any endurance training. And if you guys want to have a really good lift, sometimes I'll mix this carbohydrate source with the electrolytes and then some pre-workout, and you get a crazy pump. This is kind of like, I like to think of this, if you like to drink Gatorade, it's kind of like that. Also here, what we have is Intraflight. I sip on this you know, throughout the day. Sometimes when I'm fasting in the morning, if I feel like I'm bloated in the morning, I won't eat, but I still want to, like, you know, just kind of sip on something just to like facilitate like protein synthesis and stuff. I'll have Intraflight. So this is a BCAA, which is a branched chain amino acid, and basically what these do, and I notice the most, is like when I sip on it, either fasted or like during the workout, it just kind of reduces the muscle soreness and fatigue. And it just kind of refreshes you. So I sip on that. Some people don't, you know, use them, and that's fine. I just like to sip on them, to be honest. Also here we have, lastly, this is the best one, field bars. So whether you get field bars or you get protein bars, it's the same thing. I choose these because Ironman training, and if you're bulking, you're trying to build muscle, you want to get as many calories as you can. These have 270 calories, actually 280 calories. It's got 16 grams of protein, 22 grams of carbs, and 16 grams of fat, and they're all whole ingredients. So if I could give you guys any recommendations for a protein bar, it's to find a protein bar that is made up of whole ingredients so your stomach doesn't get screwed up and it's not filled with a bunch of like BS, because if it is, you're gonna feel it. Like, I like to have this pre-workout or pre-bike. It's very natural ingredient, so it doesn't bloat me. Easy to digest. Whenever you eat something that's hard to digest, normally it's because it's filled with a bunch of fillers, and it's just normally not something, like if you can't digest it well, you don't want to have a pre-workout. Let's just put it that way. So when I think of a protein bar, I think of it as a snack when you're on a go and you don't want to be bloated. So or like pre-workout, so you want something that's going to digest well, and field bars do that for me. So with that being said, yeah, that's pretty much everything I take here for Ironman training. Nothing crazy. I think the biggest thing is just like focusing on the smallest things, because if you can't focus on the small things, you're not going to be able to do the big things. And these here just kind of add to the machine. As I said, your body's a machine. These are kind of like the nutrition kind of powers the machine, and then this lubricates it and just gets it going and really keeps it running good. So with that being said, yeah, this is all the supplements I take, and I'm gonna take you guys through a workout. All right, so today we're gonna hit shoulders. So we're gonna come in here, and like I said, I'll go heavy at the beginning of my workout, and then throughout the workout, I'll focus on hypertrophy. So I'm just gonna take you guys through like a shoulder and maybe some arms. Just do a few arm exercises. I don't really like doing biceps, to be honest. It's just a pain in the ass. But I do like hitting shoulders. Shoulders is one of my favorites. So right here, what we got is, I don't know, I might send the hundreds today. Maybe the 110s on shoulder press. So I'm gonna go heavy, but I'm gonna show you guys how I warm up for shoulders. So basically, this is what I'll do. I'll take a dumbbell, normally like 15 pounds, and I'll just get the rotator cuff nice and warmed up, because this is what I used to do in baseball, but this just works the best for me. Start out with the 50s, just get the blood flowing. All right, so after I warm up with those 50s, so I'll quick hit a warm up set, and then I'll just do this, so side lateral raises. I'll just come in here, warm the side lateral up, and this is probably I'll do maybe 10, 12 of these each side. And then after this, I'm good to go. The engine is primed, and we're gonna throw around some weight. Sometimes I'll twist my elbow out like this, or I'll put the dumbbell in, keep it towards my body, parallel with my body, or go out. This just kind of works different angles of the shoulder. Wow, these feel heavier today. God, don't you hate when that happens? All right, so next, I hit my shoulder press from the dumbbells. That really just isolated each shoulder. So what I'm gonna do after that is I'm gonna go into a barbell shoulder press. So normally, I'll keep this relatively light. So this is just 135, so I already went heavy. I just tend to lighten up as I go, increase volume and decrease intensity. So here, it's just 135. We're gonna keep the legs straight, just really focus on that pressing movement. So what you're gonna wanna do with that is just keep your core engaged. That's gonna help you with balance and just really facilitate the power. See, I like doing these things is because this is more functional. This reminds me of when I trained for football. Doing these exercises help with everything else. The stability that you get from pushing 135 pounds on a bar over your head is gonna translate to the bike, the balance on the bike, the power on the bike, the power in the pool, all that. So just, I never shy away from bench press, you know, shoulder press, deadlifts, squats, all that is super efficient and translates, in my opinion, from the weight room to endurance training. So, all right, so here we're gonna go into side lateral raises. This is one of my favorite movements. I think this is the biggest contribution to building good shoulders. So in my men's physique, when I did bodybuilding, and comment if you want me to do a bodybuilding show, but to get like the capped delt, the shoulders, I think what it is just doing heavy lateral raises. So what I'll do is I'll take, literally I'll do this by one arm. So I'll take the 50s, and instead of like trying to do it standing up, like freehand and using balance, something like this, you want to prop up and really get the bang for your buck here. Put your hand right on the dumbbell if you can, or something like a chair, and just come out here on the side. All right, so I always use cables, whether it's chest, shoulders, legs, back. The reason being is you have the same tension throughout, and it's controlled tension throughout the movement. So as you'll see, when you use a cable, like on something like what I'm gonna do is I'll do cable front raises. So basically my tension's gonna be the same because it's stacked. It's gonna be the same throughout the movement. And it's very controlled. I like cables just because you can control the weight efficiently throughout the entire movement. So I'll just grab a single hand here, and I'll take this arm and just pull it across my core. And I'll just come up and right like that, squeeze at the top. All the way back, get that full stretch. See the delt? And you can see literally the delt fibers when they're stretched like this, and then all the way through. All right, so that's a wrap on the supplement routine and kind of like what I do and how I time it throughout, you know, my weight training sessions and throughout the day. But with that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Welcome to another journey to Ironman prep. If you guys are just visiting now, we are 4 weeks out from Ironman Waco, which is a 70.3 half Ironman, and then we are 8 weeks out from the full Ironman. I've never done a triathlon in my life, and I'm just showing you guys the process. So with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, stay corn fed. I'll catch you guys in the next one.